By his own fault, he caused a hard gem to strike his own mother, and yet she was always very good to him, so he does not think twice. He holds her to help sit his mother down, making her drink completely the elixir of life. He leaves her lying down so she can rest, and after only a few minutes, his dear mother finally wakes up. She quickly recognizes her son and asks how long she was asleep. Our good man answers that it was 4 years. His mother then also asks about his sister Gina. With great difficulty, Jingu answers that she is fine. His mother thanks our Jingu, and touching his cheek tells him that indeed he fulfilled his promise. And not only that, he has also become more mature. Even so, she notices he is covered in wounds, so she infers it must have been very hard for him. This causes our good man to break down in tears, confirming that these 4 years have been very difficult for him, and thus the tears of a grown man keep flowing and flowing. After that, Gina also goes to visit her mother, whom she hugs as well, both in tears. Our protagonist finally realizes that all his efforts have been rewarded. Meanwhile, at the Hunters Association, President Gogenhai announces before everyone the 4th raid on the island, where not only National Rank S hunters will participate, but also 10 Rank S hunters from Japan. At the same time, to defend Korea, it will be the Rank A and lower hunters who will take charge of that task. This is also seen through his cell phone by Min Byung-hoo, who remembers how, before the first raid on Yedju Island, his friend, who is now dead, told him with a smile that they could not allow this country to turn into an anthill. And regarding Byung-hoo, the only ones who can help him in critical moments are the two of them, which clearly leaves this healer very thoughtful. Now, Jeannie and Jinwoo take their mother to the apartment, which is clearly very dirty. Jingu holds his chin and sarcastically tells her that she indulges herself too much when he is not around, but his mother calms them, mentioning that they will have their first cleaning together in 4 years, which Gina confirms, saying they have lived here since she was born. At that moment, she finds the family photo and asks their mother if their father has contacted them. To that, neither Jingu nor Gina give an answer. Then their mother, Parun, mentions that she saw Jingu on the news as a Rank S hunter, adding that their father was a firefighter before becoming a hunter, and thus she confesses that she married him because to her he looked amazing, saving lives. Addressing our protagonist, she tells him that he has inherited that trait. This makes both Jingu and Gina happy. Gina then adds that she is studying to become a doctor. Just then, our black-haired protagonist receives a call from Guhen Chul. Shifting to the Hunters Association, Go Ganji and our blonde supervisor are debating the reason Thomas Andre came. But since he said he was only passing through and will even help in the Yedju raid, they change the subject. Guhen Chul then mentions that he contacted the hunter Sung Jinwoo and that he will arrive soon. At that very moment, our protagonist arrives. Gogan Hill makes him the proposal for Jingu to also participate in the Yedju Island raid. Our black-haired youth thinks it over, remembering his family. Before he can even give an answer, he feels a wave of magical power. The old man praises him, saying it is impressive that he can sense it from such a distance, telling him that the Rank S hunters are warming up in the gym, and if he is interested, he can go take a look. After a short while, we see that our protagonist was indeed interested, becoming a spectator of the fight between Baek Yun-ho and the hunter Ma Dong-wook, both Rank S. Here, the red-haired Choi approaches and mentions that if President Baek goes all out, he would turn into a monster, and the other hunter would not be able to withstand it. Hearing this, Jingu confirms the rumors about transformation-type hunters. At that moment, the Japanese hunters also arrive in the room, each one Rank S, accompanied by the guildmaster Goto Ryuji. The healer Yul remarks that that so-called assassin is very skilled, but the translator mentions that he is a mage. However, seeing Baek and Ma fighting, she notes that they do not seem that strong. This reaches the ears of Park Jong-soo, Guild Master of the Knights and Rank A hunter, who quickly asks the young lady to retract, since even in Japanese, he understood her perfectly. Realizing this, Cha Hae-in tries to stop him, asking him not to cause problems. Now, with all the Rank S gathered, it is Goto Ryuji who takes the floor. Through his translator, he proposes a friendly match where only Rank S will fight, informing them that they can set the rules. This pleases President Gogenhai, who asks that mages and non-combat hunters be excluded, since their strength is difficult to judge. Goto accepts. Then Baek begins to state the rules, the first being that being grabbed by the wrists or touched on the back, as well as being knocked to the ground, will count as a defeat. Also, the fight will not be one-on-one, but all-together, since on the island it will be chaotic anyway. Goto Ryuji agrees and selects his 4 Japanese hunters, who will fight against Baek, Lim Tae-gu, Ma Dong-wook, and Cha Hae-in. From a distance, Jinwoo notices that Gochu Ryuji is not fighting, but he knows that thanks to that, he can witness a battle between rank S hunters. Thus the heavy hitters begin, trading punches. Nearby, Minoru Hoshino also fights against the Korean magical archer, who attacks him with magical blades. Baek, for his part, fights against Kumamoto, although more than fighting, the latter is running away. On top of that, when Baek sees that Goto Ryuji is evaluating him, he decides to get more serious, transforming his hands into those of a beast. Even then, the masked man keeps running, a complete coward. At the same time, the blonde Jin captures Lim's hands against the wall, which does count as a victory, just like Kento Tanaka slamming Instructor Ma to the ground. Both, victorious, rush toward Baek, who now thinks they are underestimating him. As for Cha Hae-in, she lives up to her nickname of the dancer, because after testing her opponent a bit and playing with him, she removes his cap and defeats him by touching his back. She then runs to help Baek, however, Kumamoto is chasing her, and our blonde realizes it and annihilates him, delivering 20 blows in less than a second. Here she realizes she acted on reflex, but her opponent has already lost control. Her companions mention that once he gets like this, no one knows what he might do, since in this mode he is capable of clearing a rank B dungeon all by himself. The translator asks Goto if they should stop it, but he refuses, because he wants to see what the Koreans can do. At that moment, it is clear Cha Hae-in is having trouble. Kumamoto, like a madman, breaks the floor and causes a cloud of dust, taking advantage of it to attack the blonde. At the precise moment, she is saved by our protagonist, who warns the youngster that this has gone beyond a friendly match. Kumamoto, in berserker mode, shouts angrily, asking who he thinks he is, and attacks him. However, despite his fury, he is easily subdued by Jingu. At the same time, Kenzo touches Baek's back. Noticing this, Sung Jinwoo asks Cha to admit defeat, which the blonde agrees to. Here Goto, through his translator, asks for a match against Jingu. Our black-haired hero realizes that Goto is eager to fight, and that this is a perfect opportunity to test how much he has improved since conquering the Demon Castle. He smiles at Goto, accepting the fight. The translator returns to her boss and informs him that the young man accepted the fight, but with the sole condition that Goto must go all out. Elsewhere, Yi Gun-ho watches the news of the 4th Yedju Island raid and quickly calls someone, asking about the team that will go on that raid. Returning to the imminent fight, the Korean hunters are very expectant about the 10th rank S hunter of their country. Baek asks the blonde if she feels okay being surrounded by so many rank S hunters. She understands his concern, but replies that she cannot always go to the battlefield covering her nose. She then asks if they are not going to stop Jinwoo. Baek answers that if it were a close combat between a fighter and a mage, they would normally stop it, but this case is very different. He asks Cha if she does not have expectations about him, which we all know she does. Thus the fight begins. Jinwoo announces it, and Goto, without waiting, immediately launches an attack. Sung dodges quickly. Seeing that speed, he knows this man is no mage at all, so he plans to expose his true nature. He attempts to land countless blows, but none hit. Seeing this, the other Korean hunters are shocked by Jinwoo's speed. Since Sung is only dodging, Goto starts to get angry. In a moment of carelessness, he manages to scratch him and follows up with another powerful attack. Seeing such power, Cha Hae-in worries, but Jinwoo has no problem at all, since he even stops it with his hand. If Goto had grabbed his wrist, Jinwoo would have already won. Goto realizes this and asks if he is mocking him. Sung replies that if he had grabbed his wrist, the game would be over, wondering if Goto wants the fight to end like that. With a single look, Goto denies it. They separate and begin to emit more power. Baek realizes that if they clash with all their strength, none would come out unscathed. Thus, in the middle of the fight, everyone intervenes. 1 blocks them with ice magic, and 2 from each country restrain their respective comrades. Baek asks them to stop, since no one could take responsibility if something went wrong, while the translator announces that the duel has ended. Our protagonist, though somewhat disappointed, realizes he got carried away. He is right, because poor Goto looks traumatized. This was not shown in the anime, but it is in the manhwa, where Goto Ryuji, upon feeling Jinwoo's overwhelming aura, sensed imminent death. Even so, our black-haired hero infiltrated his shadow soldiers into the hunters' shadows. Goto withdraws, and Gogen Hill sees him off. Jinwoo informs the president that he will not go on the Yedju Island raid. Meanwhile, Through a call, Goto Ryuji tells a colleague that there's a hunter stronger than him, a newly awakened rank S hunter named Jinwoo. This surprises Reiji and his subordinate because upon checking the documents, they note that this person is not on the list of hunters for the Yedju Island raid mission. Thus, the others also learn this. Returning to our protagonist, he enjoys peaceful days with his mother. On Yedju Island, the queen and mother of all ants realizes they are starving. Even so, she knows that is not much of a problem, because her child, the strongest of all, is about to be born. Thus, Papa Baru is born, shattering his egg and letting out a cry to the four winds. In the city, we see Yujin, who finally joined the Sentinel team to protect the city, along with an old acquaintance, Chiwei-Yuel. The next day arrives, and we see the fleets with the hunters already surrounding Yedju Island. Likewise, the Soul Striker Guildmaster is furious, because it turns out that Minsak has agreed to be a sentinel to protect the city on the front lines. Thus, we see many Korean hunters defending their city, while in the group of rank S hunters entering Yedju Island, the healer Byung-Hoo also arrives, which makes Baek happy, leading to a heartfelt reunion of friends. Inside Yedju Island, Goto Ryuji's team was already there. 4 rank S hunters unleash their power to attract the ants, and it works. Seeing the flying ants, everyone worries except the cheerful red-haired Choi, who asks to open the helicopter hatch and calms everyone, since despite how many there are, he eliminates them with a single flame. Thus, the 6 Korean rank S hunters charge to eliminate the remaining ants, while inside the island, the Japanese hunters take care of some as well. Some of them look very happy killing the ants. The Japanese ice mage asks his companion who would win in a fight between him and the rank S mage hunter Choi Jong-yin. His friend only knows that it would be a clash of opposing temperatures. Here, the red-haired villain seals the entire island with a net of fire. Seeing so many tunnels, Baek struggles to decide. Therefore, the redhead chooses the most effective option, launching several fireballs and finding the ants' nest. They eliminate several white-colored ants along the way. Moving deeper, they find a massive chamber of ant eggs. However, what draws the healer's attention most is a large egg that has already hatched. Baek calms him, reminding him that their priority is eliminating the queen. Outside the tunnels, the Japanese rank S hunters joke around for a while, having already killed most of the ants. Suddenly, without warning, their female companion is killed out of nowhere. They immediately go on guard, sensing something. Before one can strike or another draw his sword, they are decapitated, just like their friend. Meanwhile, the Korean hunters continue killing more and more ants, realizing that those they fought were from a previous generation of the Royal Guard. Here, Cha helps them, as she can smell a very powerful monster ahead. Baek also senses it and realizes it is the Queen, who appears to be alone, though he also detects several of her guardians. Meanwhile, the Japanese hunters search for their companions until they find one's glasses, while another senses a revolting stench. Feeling fear, he uses all his ice magic to protect himself. But despite